What's up everyone, today I've got for you the top 5 most stupid and unlucky lottery winners. I've never really been one to gamble or enter the lottery because the chance of winning is so low. But there always has to be winners, and most of them take the money and simply get on with their life. However, there are those select few who screw everything up from unlucky and stupid mistakes. But like this video and you will win the lottery one day in your life. Click that red subscribe button so you never miss a daily upload, and let me know in the comments how much you want to win on the lottery. I'd like to win $1 billion. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? Number 5, Kaylee Rogers. In America and the UK, you can't play the lottery until you're 18 years old. If you've ever wondered why it's 18 years old, it's probably because of the case of British teen called Kaylee Rogers. She won $3 million back in July of 2003 when she was only 16 years old. Obviously, that kind of money comes with a lot of responsibility. But Kaylee ended up getting a very harsh lesson in what wealth can do to a person and also to their friends and family. What Rogers did was spend hundreds of thousands of pounds pampering her loved ones, buying them presents like cars and homes, and taking them on things like expensive holidays. But in 2009, Rogers was already facing bankruptcy and her dream life came crashing down. All the pressure was a bit too much and she attempted suicide twice since winning big, and also developed a really bad drug problem. Number 4, Ibi Ronchaioli. Dr. Joseph Ronchaioli was charged with murder in the poisoning of his lottery winner wife called Ibi. He claims he was trying to numb her arms to take blood for some sort of health test, but there were needle marks all over her body and a large amount of painkillers in her system. After his wife's death, he went to the family safe where they kept the money and he found that it was all gone. What happened was his wife had illegally signed bank documents transferring all the winnings over to her sole possession, and then she'd handed out large amounts to her 3 children. Number 3, Abraham Shakespeare. Shakespeare was an American labourer who won big with a lottery ticket he bought on a whim. He apparently struggled with holding on to the cash, but unlike some people who blow their winnings on extravagant luxuries, Shakespeare apparently helped pretty much everyone he could. In fact, he even gave a large chunk of the money away before his life took a turn for the worse. According to his wife, people were always hounding him for money. People would show up at the house begging to stay with him, and he'd often let homeless people stay with him at his house as well. It's very possible that this kindness is what got him killed. Shortly after winning the lottery, he was befriended by someone called Dee Dee Moore. She offered to help him manage the rest of his winnings, but instead she stole from Shakespeare. At first, when he went missing, she told everyone that he ran away from those begging for his money, and she also sent text messages from his phone. But eventually, investigators discovered Shakespeare's body under a concrete slab at a home that Moore put under her boyfriend's name. From then on out, everything came crashing down and she ended up going to jail for first-degree murder. Number 2, David Lee Edwards. So this is what happens when a convicted felon is awarded around $27 million in lottery winnings. Upon winning the Kentucky Powerball back in 2001, he was quick to spend it on multiple cars, a house, a medieval armor and weapons collection, amongst many other random things. After only one single year of winning the lottery, he had blown through roughly $12 million. Aside from acquiring pretty useless but cool items such as his $1.9 million jet, $78,000 gold watch, which is just ridiculous, $159,000 ring, which is even more ridiculous, and a $30,000 TV, he also contracted hepatitis from repeated drug abuse. By 2006, all of his money was gone, and now that he was broke, his wife left him. He was forced to sell all of his belongings and ended up living in a storage unit surrounded by his own feces. In the end, he died alone and penniless just 12 years after winning the massive Powerball. Number 1, Justin Green. Justin, from Atlanta, grew up in poverty, but then he got beyond lucky last year and won the $98 million jackpot for the Georgia State Lottery. It seemed like it couldn't have gone to a better person, as it made for the perfect rags to riches sort of outcome. Justin would now be able to live out all of his fantasies, and the main one fantasy he had was in relation to a movie he saw when he was younger that some of you guys may have seen as well. It was the 2002 movie Austin Powers in Goldmember. Mike Myers' character tracks a fugitive who is notorious for colouring his victims' testicles in actual gold. So what Justin did was he went on a shopping spree, and on his list were gold chains, cars, gold grills for his teeth, and finally the gold-plated testicles. Unfortunately, this last item cost him his life. Unable to find anyone willing to perform the procedure after asking around the gold plating and gilding community, he turned to Tijuana, which I think is a country, but even there those doctors refused. So what he did then was he tried painting his genitals gold with lead-based paint, but to him it just wasn't enough. So his last purchase was a used professional automotive gold plater. What Justin did was successfully gold plated his own genitals, which why would you do that? But after around 12 hours or so, the gold plating procedure, serious medical conditions arose, leading him to go to hospital, and he pretty much just died very soon after from poisoning. And those are the top 5 most unlucky and stupid lottery winners. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like if you haven't already. Let's get 3,800 likes, 4,000 likes. Subscribe, click the bell notification, watch my previous videos on screen. And thanks for watching these top trends, and I'll see you in the next video.